For over 6 decades, the story of Bibb County John Doe haunted investigators and true crime enthusiasts alike. A young boy tragically killed in a car accident in 1961 remained unidentified for years. His death was ruled accidental, but who he was and why no one ever claimed him became one of the most perplexing mysteries in Alabama's history. On March 27, 1961, a teenage boy hitched a ride with an older man named James White. Their journey took a tragic turn when White lost control of the car, crashing into a guardrail. The boy was thrown from the vehicle, his neck breaking in 2 places, and he drowned in the water below. Though the police quickly ruled his death an accident, the true mystery was only just beginning. For years, he was known simply as Bibb County John Doe. He was believed to be between 14 and 17 years old. His possessions included a miraculous medal of the Immaculate Conception, a Timex watch, and a photograph of himself with a girl. But despite these clues, no one came forward to identify him. Who was this boy? Why did no one look for him? Investigators scoured the area, interviewed witnesses, and circulated sketches, but every lead turned cold. The boy's identity remained a mystery, and as the years passed, the chances of solving the case seemed to slip further away. Rumors and speculation filled the void. Some believed the boy was a runaway, others thought he had ties to the military, and still, others wondered if he had been abandoned by his family. But without a name, these theories remained just that, unanswered questions in a case that seemed destined to remain unsolved. Then, more than 60 years later in 2021, the mystery was finally solved. Thanks to advances in DNA technology and genealogical research, Bibb County John Doe was identified as 15-year-old Daniel Paul Armantrout, known as Danny. The confirmation came through the efforts of genealogists and a surviving brother, Donald Hamilton. Danny Armantrout was born into a life no child should ever have to endure. He and his brothers grew up in South Carolina in a severely abusive household. Their alcoholic stepfather subjected them to horrific physical abuse. Donald Hamilton recalls the terror of those days, saying he used to say, "I'm going to beat you until you cry." When I was 15, he beat me so bad I didn't cry and said, "That's the last time you'll beat me." The abuse didn't end there. Their mother was equally cruel, often punishing them by withholding food for entire weekends. Donald painfully remembers, if she thought we told a lie, she would burn our fingers with matches. Danny, fragile from a childhood battle with polio, was desperate to escape the hellish environment he called home. Like his older brother David before him, Danny ran away, seeking freedom from the nightmare that had been his life. He told James White, the man who gave him that fateful ride, that he was running away because of his parents' divorce and that he dreamed of joining the Navy or finding refuge in an orphanage. But Danny's journey ended tragically, and for years his name was lost to history, hidden behind the label Bibb County John Doe. Donald Hamilton, Danny's surviving brother, had escaped the abuse as soon as he could, joining the army at age 17. He built a life for himself, serving 30 years in the military, marrying the love of his life, and raising a family. But despite the years that passed, Donald never stopped wondering what had become of his 2 brothers, David, who disappeared after running away, and Danny, whose fate was unknown until now. Now, after more than 60 years, Danny Armantrout's story can finally be told. He was not just a nameless boy lost to time, he was a young man with hopes, dreams, and a desire to escape a life of unimaginable pain. Unfortunately, there are no photographs of Danny in life. If you found this story as heartbreaking and important as we did, please consider subscribing to our channel for more in-depth true crime stories. And let us know in the comments what case you want us to cover next.